Athens was on the edge. The empire that once symbolized freedom and democracy was now caught in a desperate struggle for survival. Their confidence shattered in Sicily, and their armies dwindled. Yet, even in the face of such dire odds, Athens would not surrender. For the next decade, the Greek world would witness a war unlike any other, a battle of minds, strategies, and resilience that would ultimately reshape the fate of Greece. This is the Ionian, or Decelean War, the third and final act in the tragic saga of the Peloponnesian War. The Athenians had suffered devastating losses in the failed Sicilian Expedition, with many of their soldiers dead or captured and their fleet severely crippled. Sparta sensed that Athens was now vulnerable and decided to seize the opportunity to launch a new phase of the war. Strategic shift, fortifying Decelean. In 413 BCE, under the counsel of Alcibiades, an Athenian who had defected to Sparta, Sparta fortified a strategic stronghold at Decelean, in northern Attica. This location was within sight of Athens and directly on the Athenian supply route. By occupying Decelean, the Spartans effectively disrupted Athenian access to resources, forced the city into a state of constant vigilance, and crippled the economy by severing crucial land routes for supplies. As the Athenians became further weakened, the Spartans reached out to an unlikely ally, Persia. Realizing that Athenian dominance could destabilize their interests in Asia Minor, the Persian Empire decided to support Sparta financially. They provided funds to bolster the Spartan navy, creating a significant shift in power. With Persian gold, Sparta could now build a formidable fleet to challenge Athens at sea. Thus began the Ionian phase of the war, a relentless naval struggle for dominance in the Aegean and the eastern Greek territories. The mounting pressure from the Spartans and Persians, combined with rising anti-democratic sentiments, led to a political upheaval in Athens. A group of wealthy Athenians, frustrated with the democratic government and believing a tighter grip on power would save the city, overthrew the democracy and installed an oligarchic government known as the Council of the 400 in 411 BCE. This new government quickly lost support, and soon after, a modified democracy called the Council of 5000 took control. This political instability weakened Athens, further draining morale and resources, and the constant change in leadership led to strategic confusion. Battle of Cynossema, 411 BCE, a glimmer of hope. Despite the chaos at home, the Athenian navy secured a critical victory at the Battle of Cynossema in 411 BCE. This battle was fought in the narrow straits near the Hellespont, where the Athenians managed to defeat a numerically superior Spartan fleet. This victory momentarily revived hope for Athens, as it demonstrated that their naval prowess could still challenge the Peloponnesians. Battle of Cyzicus, 410 BCE. Athens regains momentum. Following the success at Cynossema, Athens achieved another major victory at the Battle of Cyzicus in 410 BCE, commanded by Thrasybulus and Alcibiades, who had returned to the Athenian side. The Athenians launched a surprise assault on the Spartan navy. The Spartans suffered heavy losses, and their fleet was destroyed. This victory restored Athenian morale and enabled them to regain control over key portions of the Hellespont, keeping their critical supply lines intact. The role of Lysander. In 407 BCE, Sparta appointed Lysander, a brilliant and cunning commander, to lead their fleet. Lysander forged an even closer alliance with the Persian prince Cyrus the Younger, who offered generous financial support, allowing Sparta to maintain a strong navy. Lysander's leadership marked a turning point for the Spartan forces. Known for his unconventional strategies and ruthlessness, he reorganized the navy, and with Persian resources, Lysander constructed a fleet that could finally challenge Athenian dominance at sea. Battle of Notium, 406 BCE. Athens' costly loss. At Notium, a strategic coastal town near Ephesus, the Athenians, under the command of Alcibiades' subordinate Antiochus, suffered a significant defeat. This loss was not just a blow to Athens' military strength, but also caused the fall of Alcibiades from political favor. After the defeat, Alcibiades was ostracized, leaving Athens without one of its most skilled commanders. Battle of Arginusae, 406 BCE, a Pyrrhic victory. In a desperate bid to maintain control over the Aegean, the Athenians built an emergency fleet using untrained rowers. In 406 BCE, this fleet secured a hard-won victory at the Battle of Arginusae, where they defeated a Spartan fleet. However, the aftermath turned this victory into a political and moral crisis. Due to a storm, the Athenians were unable to rescue survivors from the battlefield, leading to widespread public outrage. In a controversial trial, several of Athens' top generals were executed for failing to save their men, leaving the navy leaderless and morale shattered. The climax of the Ionian War came in 405 BCE with the Battle of Aegospotamoi, a small fishing port near the Hellespont. Lysander, ever the strategist, observed the Athenian fleet as it docked carelessly on the shore each day. Waiting for the perfect opportunity, Lysander launched a surprise attack, catching the Athenians off guard. In a decisive and devastating blow, the Spartans captured nearly the entire Athenian fleet, effectively ending Athens' control over the sea. Without a navy, Athens was helpless. The loss at Aegospotamoi crippled Athens, cutting off vital grain supplies from the Black Sea and leaving the city vulnerable to siege. Following their decisive victory, the Spartans, with the aid of their allies and Persian resources, laid siege to Athens. With no fleet, dwindling resources, and their empire shattered, Athens had no choice but to capitulate. In 404 BCE, Athens formally surrendered, marking the end of the Peloponnesian War. Terms of surrender. The Spartans imposed harsh terms. Athens had to dismantle its long walls, surrender its fleet except for 12 ships, and accept a Spartan-approved government. Democracy, once Athens' proudest achievement, was overthrown and replaced by an oligarchic rule of 30 tyrants, a puppet government loyal to Sparta. This defeat marked the end of the Athenian Golden Age and signified a shift in Greek power dynamics, as Sparta emerged as the dominant city-state. The Peloponnesian War left Greece in ruins. Cities were destroyed, populations decimated, and economies shattered. Though Sparta had emerged victorious, the cost of war had drained its resources, leaving it vulnerable to future threats. For Athens, the war brought a tragic end to its cultural and intellectual zenith. Although the city would eventually regain democracy and rebuild, it would never recover its former power and influence. The Peloponnesian War's legacy endured, influencing political thought and military strategy for centuries. It serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of hubris, the fragility of power, and the profound consequences of civil conflict. In their desperation to dominate one another, Athens and Sparta had brought ruin upon all of Greece. The war left scars that would endure for generations, a powerful reminder of how even the greatest of civilizations can fall when rivalry turns to enmity and ambition overrides wisdom. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of history's most significant wars. Your support is invaluable, and we hope this detailed look at the Ionian Decelean War brings you closer to understanding the complexities of ancient Greece and the tragic cycle of war that reshaped its destiny. Stay tuned for more deep dives into history, and if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share to support our channel.